Blood keeps the body alive. Dreams keep the soul alive. Tonight, there's no escaping. The past is back for blood. And now, Max Wrestling presents Back for Blood.
Even when you're drowning in the flood, under the waves, can't swim away.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to the first ever Back for Blood Max event. I am your captain, along with El Jefe Moses Marquez and the man we call Beer once again. Coming off a very sweary trip to Australia for WWE, and tonight we predict AEW's WrestleDream featuring Hangman Adam Page defending the World Championship against Samoa Joe for reasons. And someone's got to quit between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin.
I'm scared for both of these men. But also, coming up tonight, the promo climax continues with two blockbuster matches as the captain squares off against his former, I would not say former, just longtime rival at this point, Blaine Rodriguez, and teammates collide as the CWO go head-to-head. Rodney Slabbovitch goes one-on-one with Ted P Dinero. And because of the promo climax and all the other stuff we do, now is a perfect time to make Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling. And all you got to do is hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. For those that prefer the old-fashioned podcast, head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And, of course, for a whole bunch of links and the great place where you go vote, MaxWrestlingNet.com. Go check it out.
Do it now, and make sure you check out the official Max Wrestling post show after Max. The QR code is on the screen right now. Scan and Go, hosted by Flex Murdoch, aka Corey, aka Cypher. You never know what's gonna go down on the post show or who's gonna show up, because the end of the show is never the end. We are in the final month stretch of the promo climax, which means we've only got 4 weeks to go to crown the unified champion, and the runners-up will fight for an unspecified title. Voting begins when Aftermax begins. Scan and Go after the show.
Stakes just got risen.
All right,
Let's
before
not say
we
anything about titles, because Mercedes will come fucking nick them off.
oh yeah, we don't have titles here. No titles here. But I'm glad you mentioned that, 'cause that's going to tie in something in a second. Because before we begin, let's get the results of last week's climax bouts. Well, there are no results because there was no voting last week. Daniel Crimmins stepped in for Chris Reed at the last minute to face Robert Davis, so they both received 3 points. And Beer received 3 points automatically when Brew Capone was, first of all, unable to deliver his promo on time. He did actually turn in a promo after the show was dropped, but it was only a minute and a half, and as we know, the minimum time is 3 minutes, so Beer would have got the points anyway.
Up the bear.
So, I will go through the blocks since there was no vote last week. The blocks currently stand like this. Block A, Brew Capone and Ted P Dinero down at the bottom. Teddy P's on 1. Rodney Slabbovitch is there on 3 points. In joint second place is Cypher and the Phoenix with 4 points, and Beer standing tall with 7 at the top of the block. Meanwhile, in Block B, we got Blade running up behind when Daniel Crimmins received 3 points last week. AT Wrestler and myself are joint second place with 4 points, and there's 2 joint runners at the top of Block B, which are Moses and Robert Davis with 7. I mean, it's still anybody's ball game because there's still plenty of points to be picked up in the last 3 or 4 matches for everybody. So, before we look at Crown Jewel, I got a big surprise for everybody, including Beer and Moses, because I've unfortunately ran into some idiots online this week, so it's time to bring it back. It is time for Shit Mark Say.
Love this show.
They believe everything they read. Little
ironically, both the run-ins I had this week were over Mercedes Mone. So,
I love this.
we're also going to do... We haven't done Shit Max Say for a while, so we're also going to do a little bit different. I'm going to ask Mo to play the role of the people that I got into these debates with. So,
I love this. Okay.
I'll do the short one first, not because of his height, but because of his attention span. Playing the role of Mitch L. Hind, who looks like a Proclaimers reject, and Robert Percy, who looks like he's been arrested for paying to be pissed on in public.
There it is right here. Okay, got it. Okay, great.
All right, let's do Mitch first. This one is the shortest. So, this was... Somebody posted about the old rumor that Mercedes has creative control and whatnot, and people would hop in the fence whether she does or doesn't. And then one guy commented that she does have creative control, and Mitch replied to this.
This is fucking perfect. Okay. She has openly stated that whether she wins or loses is completely out of her control. Tony Khan has brought this up too.
You believe everything a wrestler says?
If Tony backed it up, it's absolutely worth believing what the wrestler said.
Right, because no promoter has ever lied either. This is the point I was going to bring up, actually. Of course, they're both going to deny it, because if it was true, what benefit would there be to them saying, oh yeah, this wrestler has creative control, they can get to pick and choose when they win, but no one else does.
Your argument is basically that the wrestler and booker would lie, comma. Where's the comma? Goddamn. Learn your goddamn shit. If rumors were true, comma, so it must be true. But you're believing random people on the internet who have no connection to the situation. You're a random person on the internet.
Right. And then the final comment from myself was, no, my argument is I'm not subscribing to evil theory because I have no proof. But I'm also not going to blindly believe something from the mouth of people whose literal job it is to make us believe what they want us to believe.
Oh my god.
Either way, whether... If Mercedes does have creative control, we've mentioned this many times, then she's selfish as fuck. If Tony is the one booking her for all these wins out of the goodness of his heart, then he's just a simp.
That one.
Either way, it's not a good scenario for anybody.
Oy vey.
But that was the shortest one. Now this one wasn't actually that long, and then I woke up this morning and saw that somebody else had continued it for me.
Of course, that's how it always goes.
I read this.
All right, up next in the role of Frank Dudley Jr., who literally looks like he's about to pick up some body armor and an AR-14 and storm into the science lab.
Oh, don't do that to him. That sounds like a typical American.
Also in this one, like I said, I didn't realize until this morning that someone jumped on my side, so I'll also be playing the role of Rodney Emeguara, who's a good dude.
Hey, all right.
One of us.
So, the post was about Darby Allin's comments this past week, where he was basically saying the cancer has been cut out of AEW and blah, 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 blah. And I just commented because he quoted that it was egotistical wrestlers that don't want to lose, and I commented, egotistical wrestlers that don't want to lose. Mercedes still works there, dumb.
First off, that's hilarious. A perfect comment. You realize Mercedes has lost, right? When? I don't fucking remember.
She has been pinned once in 19 months. Yes, I do realize that.
All in.
She has still lost. If she didn't lose her 8th... Hold on, wait. What the fuck? If she didn't lose her 8th belt...
Yeah, I don't get this one. This comment doesn't make sense.
This fucking dude, first off, learn English, goddammit, but whatever. If she is still lost, if she would have lost her 8th belt, it would have been the women's championship. And what the fuck?
Yeah, I think he's basically saying, well, she still lost one match. So I said, one loss in 19 months. So noble.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Again, she still lost, and she's on the biggest stage passable. That's not how you spell possible. It doesn't matter. And also, she has lost more just in tag matches. But she's not the one losing. Stupid bitch.
Yeah, 3 times the dude spelled possible with an A, so it was possible.
Nice.
It's like a French saying of possible.
I didn't even see this comment, so I didn't know he replied. So then I woke up this morning and saw that somebody else had replied on my behalf. This is now Rodney. And I will continue to be Rodney from here on in, because Rodney has some great points and I didn't even want to interrupt. Rodney said, tag team matches are designed to give an out for a loss. Nice try. You're defending one whole loss in 19 months of work in one-on-one matches is wild to me.
I don't understand how this doesn't click, but this guy's, man, she still lost. You said she didn't want to lose. She did, and she did it on the biggest stage possible. You're just hating, period. And then there's a period.
That's like saying you're in the best shape of your life from 400 pounds to 399 pounds. Losing 1 pound doesn't make you fit. Losing one match doesn't mean she puts other people over.
Bingo. When it's on the biggest possible, when it's on the biggest stage possible, yes, it does. No, the fuck, it doesn't. Again, just hating. I can understand not enjoying her promos or whatever, but again, this is just hating. No, just fucking, it's plain and simple.
You're trying so hard to be right that you had to pivot 3 times in this discussion while calling me a hater. You have no legitimate argument, which is why you got a result of calling me a hater. I'm not hating, I'm being realistic. Not an unbiased AEW diehard, I watch both. I just know how to point out the bullshit when I see it, unlike you, and since you point out Roman, at least he's been over. Monet gets 0 reaction from the domestic audience.
The body blow going, he might go down. That's, oh God, that's a complete and utter lie. You full of shit, motherfucker.
If you get people that say CEO at the start of a fucking theme song, you are a fucking mark. But the problem is, she's going to get that next belt on Sunday. She's facing, is it Jody Threat?
Yeah, Jody
TNA
Threat.
She's facing. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow, I think she's defending the CMLL title is against Persephone.
Persephone, yeah.
She's actually defending one of her bonus belts.
I know, right? Oh,
damn.
Persephone's great.
Yeah, but she ain't going to win. They're going to keep this thing going.
Part, man. That's the fucking down a bit.
God. Okay, so this guy says Mercedes does get reactions. Are they as good as Tony's? No. Pivot 3 times. I've been saying the same thing, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're full of shit. All I have been saying is that she has lost. She lost on the biggest stage possible, and I'm saying that from that I am not desperate to be right. I am right because she has lost and will eventually likely, after she breaks Jade's record, she already kind of broke it. And also, I don't watch AEW. How do you have this whole ordeal and then you have a fucking sentence in your gimmick that says, I don't watch AEW. I know what's going on in WWE. I don't watch AEW, yet here's my opinion on her putting people over that I don't watch.
All right. Last couple of comments. The fact you have to keep bringing up other talent further proves my point. And go back and reread what I said. There's no reaction from the domestic audience. Overseas is a different story. Well, we still booed the shit out of her in London, but still. Knowing what's going on and watching are 2 very different things.
That's what I fucking love. And I am not debating with someone who clearly doesn't watch AEW. Motherfucker, you don't. You just said you didn't. If that's what you think, I've been to a show with her. There she gets pops. And why are you bringing up Tony pivoting your point? Either way, I'm done because I am not going to keep wasting my time on someone who just wants to hate. Fucking A right. I just want to hate the shit out of her.
Funny, this dude is the one that brought up Tony Storm.
For real. He brought her up.
And then
use her as a comparison.
Rodney just leaves it with, you've been hating, you waste man, have a nice day.
Oh, God. Because apparently, for somebody who doesn't watch the fucking product, he definitely had a fucking hardcore opinion. Let me give you another example of a fucking of somebody not putting somebody over, and they haven't just let it. It has never left them to their side. Now, granted, Vince was in charge of this shit, but you remember when the time where fucking Triple H beat the shit out of Booker T, and Booker T should have won the World Heavyweight Championship?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The reign of terror.
You see what I'm driving at here? when the opportunity to put someone over is there and it's the perfect one, you don't do it. You won it just one singles loss in 19 months. Now, let me state this. I don't believe there's ever been a WWE wrestler with a streak like that. Maybe Brock. Maybe.
Probably Roman.
No. Brock definitely lost. Like even in his
Roman
rookie
got
year,
pinned
he
by
debuted in
Jay.
April and then lost at Survivor Series.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm
I'm really
really
trying
the
to-
Tribal Chief version.
I'm really trying to think of someone outside, and I mean, like, think about it. In all the matches from Dynamite to the random pay-per-views, everything that she's done in 19 months, not even like Okada during his 3-year title reign as IWGP champion, was he just winning every singles match. He wasn't just he would put people over to put him in a position to lose in the title match, but he would give people at least something. Give them something. She hasn't given a damn thing other than me and everyone else on this fucking show a headache. That's it. That's all she's fucking given. That's it. And she's ruining, just butchering the good name of Ultimo Dragon by trying to Ultimo Monet. I fucking barfed. I barfed.
So cringe.
I can't. It's just cringe is the nice way of putting it. So it's what the fucking kids say. It's god right awful. It smells like old milk and eggs. It's just
Stale.
I
stale
hate.
is an understatement.
There's a lot of people that do defend her, and I hate the point that they always make that she's putting these other promotions on the map. How?
How?
Two of the
I've never even
titles.
heard of some of these.
Exactly. 2 of the titles
The
were
one in
completely made up.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, okay, they may have got a little bit of a bump in the rates in the audience or ticket sales or whatever because she was on the show. But I guarantee you, nobody's going to go back to these companies afterwards.
No.
Nobody's
one
going to
in
give a shit
Denmark.
about these other companies in a year's time. No disrespect
Now-
to them.
Listen,
But she ain't doing fucking shit
89
for 'em.
people.
You said one more
89
time?
people in a bingo warehouse when she won the title in Denmark.
Thank you.
60 people in Poland in promotions that I've never even heard of before. Like, I love the indies. I do dig the indies. It's, like I said, red hot at the minute. But these places, I've never even heard of them. Pardon
No.
me, bro.
Support indie wrestling, yes, but she's not doing shit for him because she's going there to collect a belt. If she was going back there and defending the title,
Thank
then
you.
fair enough. But she's just going over, picking up
Exactly.
a belt and fucking off again.
Exactly. She's getting paid for less than 12 minutes of work and walking away with their women's championship. If now, granted, you made that fucking point perfectly. If in the 19 months she traveled all these fucking places and did like a random fucking show here and there for AEW and was defending these things, hey, I'm shutting the fuck up. Look at this broad over here doing this. Look, I praise her even. But that's exactly it. She goes into a company, a quarter of which we've never heard of, is there for less than 15 minutes. I say 12 at this fucking point, but let's just be fucking nice. Less than 15 minutes, gets paid, gets a belt, goes home. How is that helping a company? How is that helping a company?
Yeah, it's, hey, Mercedes is on the show tonight. Okay, is she going to be there at the next show? No. So it's basically a contract. It's basically a signing then. It's an appearance.
It's an appearance. God, I love that.
I want all these people that are defending her appearances to come back in a year, 2 years' time and tell me all these companies that she's helped without Google.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no Google allowed.
Mo, you'll know this better than all of us. Remember when Kenny was doing this run as like
Yep.
the belt collector? Kenny was defending titles in these companies. Is that right?
Kenny had, what was it? Because he was in AAA, he had a match against Vikingo and
Great
I
match.
want to say someone else, and he did that in AAA, in Mexico.
TNA?
And then in TNA, it was him and Rich Swann, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
him and Rich Swann, and then he had appeared on like numerous impacts, on like at least 2 impacts. Him and the
No.
fucking rest of the goddamn fake Bullet Club.
I mean, we've said during that run many times he appeared and did more on that run of Impact than he did in AEW at the time.
And then again, remember that AEW at the time, this was before the whole everybody could whatever, they helped bring those guys in to their shows and help. That's how you do exposure. I mean, NXT and TNA are doing it now. They figured it out all of a sudden, but fucking AEW was doing it before. And that's how it should have been from the fucking jump. But I mean, that we digress. But that's the whole idea of it. You show up, you defend on their, like, not only do you win their belt, but you defend it on their show. You appear on their show. He gave TNA the best rating of the year, gave them their highest pay-per-view of the year. Went to AAA, same thing. Most viewers in that fucking pay-per-view. And then I want to say him and the Young Bucks went back for another one. But they like to wrestle out there anyway. So it works for everybody when you work in that company on a basis, whether it's 3-4 matches rather than 15 fucking minutes. That doesn't help nobody but your damn self.
What she's doing is basically poaching.
Poaching.
Deonna Purrazzo did the same. She was a belt collector.
Yeah, but did she also work in these fucking promotions?
She did quite a fair few defenses.
Yeah, when she was a double champ, she did quite a few, yeah. And she was still killing it in TNA at the time.
There you go.
Please go back to TNA, Deonna. I plead you.
I say Ring of Honor. She's in Ring of Honor right now anyway, but...
Yeah, on and off.
The 7, but Fightful.
Unfortunately, this money train is going to keep on rolling, and we're going to keep coming to the same debates with dumbasses online, but they are marks, and that's the shit they say. Ooh, feels good to say that again. Alright, Crown Jewel was this past weekend, and it was early ass o'clock for a lot of people. It was afternoon for us. Australia just feels like a different planet away. But even though it was on in the middle of the day, I still didn't get a chance to watch it live or Raw the next Monday. But anyway, I've seen it. Australian street fight, they did manage to bring something Australian into the mix. A cricket bat.
Cricket bat, yep.
Do some fucking
no
damage.
No sponsorships on it.
No sponsorships on the cricket bat.
Brilliant.
Kookaburras, Great Nichols and all that. I know my shit about cricket. I used to play it.
I'll be honest, I enjoyed their first match more than this one between Roman and Bronson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second that.
This one did not feel... I don't get the vibe. Oh, no, I don't want to say it. Hold on. I want to use the right words. No, I don't get the vibe. I don't get why we had to have a second one.
No, the first one had a story. Like Bronson kept stealing his shoes. Roman was coming to take him back.
Stupid memes on the internet.
But this one just felt like kind of an afterthought.
Yeah. It could have happened on Raw or something. I mean, and then even then, it still would have been why.
Yeah. And then again, at the end of the match, they continue to drive that wedge between the Usos with Jay costing Roman the match, and then Roman going ham on him at the end of the match, saying, I don't want to see y'all till Christmas.
Yep. He's like, I love you, but I don't want to see you till Christmas.
It's basically War Games, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're still not sure where we stand on Roman, where he's kind of a tweener or something, because he was just like screaming at them, this only works one way. And what are you talking about?
Right? That's, yeah.
It took these motherfuckers 10 years to finally get him over, so I don't think they're going to waste that chance now.
Here's my question. Why are we waiting until Christmas? You ain't going to see him on Thanksgiving?
Oh, no, they fucked up.
Family.
Oh, no. He'll be with his kids and his wife for Thanksgiving.
Damn.
Maybe Uncle Dwayne.
Hey, Uncle Dwayne.
Yeah, Uncle Dwayne might show up for once.
He needs the protein. This guy's walking 300 pounds, this motherfucker.
I gotta say, I enjoyed Stephanie Vacker and Tiff, but I felt like the ending was a little out of nowhere.
Rando.
Yeah.
Good match, but didn't really like the ending.
No, the finish could have been better. Like Stephanie didn't.
Felt like it could have been a little longer.
Yeah, this was the shortest match of the night. It was only 10 minutes.
Yeah, should have been at least 15. Or, like 13. Could have went like 13.
Yeah, you could have shaved some minutes off the street fight and put it on this one. Maybe the street fight went too long because it felt like you dragged on.
Well, again, we didn't care, and kids just beat the shit out of each other real quick and then ended it. But yeah,
Yeah. She didn't quite hit all of the corkscrew at the end either, which probably didn't help with the finish. Feeling a little flat. But at the end of the day, it was a nice, clean win for Stephanie, and her star just continues to rise.
it does, and it's well warranted. It's well warranted. She deserves it. She's got to. She's fucking current women's champion. Did I hear this shit correctly? That it's a $30 million fucking purse.
Probably.
I mean, granted, they said like the belt and the ring were worth like $30 million or something like that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who? What 30? What the hell?
I wonder
Who's
if
paying for all this shit?
Yeah, because like last year it made sense. The Saudi prince paid for this fucking diamond encrusted belt.
Right.
But I just figured it was the same belt. But then they presented it this year and they were like, oh, it's got these Australian stones in it. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that was a Saudi belt. Who the fuck paid for this one?
Aussie's fucking just rack it out for the EU. Fuck it. Like, okay. The Aussies got it like that, huh?
I guess that's why we won't get best versus the best every fucking year now at Crown Jewel.
Right.
Someone's got to
Can't
keep
afford
paying
all
for these
these
belts.
Everybody's going fucking broke. Don't bring that shit to the States, man. We ain't got no fucking money.
Yeah, no, the UK. We can't afford to pay for those new belts.
Nope.
We're
Twat in charge.
still in a recession.
30 fucking.
I gotta wonder what's next for Tiffany. She seems kind of lost after this match. Whereas Stephanie is pretty much looking at her next feud with possibly Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I do.
That's the
Also-
story.
Also,
When
her
Liv
English
comes
just
back.
keeps getting better.
Oh, yeah. What are you saying, Beer?
It adds to the story because when Liv Morgan comes back,
Mm.
and you had all that thing with Dom, there you go. Pieces come together at WrestleMania. Because I still think Liv Morgan's the early favorite for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and I think it's time they turned her back to face.
Yeah.
You can fucking play her. You can play the Liv card any time of the day, and it hits. It hits. Is she on that kind of level? Is that where she's at? Where it's like she is a top champion all of a sudden? Because I remember when it was like, oh god, here comes Liv Morgan, and when about 3 years into it, now it's like, you know what I mean? Everything she does is money.
We had a little bit of fatigue when that feud with Rhea Ripley went on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
Just
but even though it dragged, it was fucking way better than Becky and Lyra. That dragged on and on and on.
But yeah, I definitely say Liv is one of the top women there. She has a legion of fangirls. There's absolutely no question about that one. A lot of them are crazy as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Hey. I like them crazy.
don't know if they're worse than Mercedes fans at this present minute.
Nah, they're just simps.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're just tarts.
But easily best match of the night, and one of the best matches I've seen in months. Possibly seen his best match of this whole retirement run too. John Cena and AJ Styles, as we described it, was a love letter to professional wrestling.
I don't know if you could put a better title on that.
No,
That's exactly what it was.
I couldn't have picked a better opponent for Cena to do it with either.
No, and again, it was a match made in heaven, quite literally. I mean, to all the shout outs that we got, to the pure just. I say this so often, nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and we got a lot of nostalgia. We got AJ coming out in his like original TNA gear back when he was like this little skinny dude, and I'm like, there's no way it's the same one because he's fucking massive now. But, hey, who knows?
The only thing was missing was the original theme.
Yes. Oh god, I would have fucking went ham if I would have heard his original TNA theme. That would have been fucking great. But it's WWE, so we don't get all the fun, but we do get a little bit of it. And this match was fun. That was one of the great things about it. Cena, for his god, and I'm not trying to say it like an asshole, but we've been seeing it during this last run, as rusty as he can be, or as aged. Let's go with that one. As aged as he can show. I didn't see it. In this one. Him and AJ, it was like circa. When did they wrestle for the first time? What was that, back in like
2017?
17. Okay, I knew it was 16 or 17. It felt like back then. Back where John was a part-timer, but he was still in it, you know what I mean? Where he was really fluid and nothing really looked bad. It looked the same. But then it was all the shout-outs. It was, what did they do? The fucking accolade for Rusev. They did the Walls of Jericho. The fucking fans were chanting Y2J. What was it?
The Bray moment was just...
He hit that so well. That was a true fucking like literal shout out in the middle of a match. Fuck AJ for a second. Fuck these people. Hey, what's up, Bray? You know what I mean? We miss you. That was touching. That one was touching.
And then the fans just jumping on it perfectly with the fireflies, and even you could see Cena getting choked up.
I say
beautiful moment
every fucking time you leave the States and you get these kind of crowds. You get these crowds who allow themselves to fully indulge in what is in front of them. Just go with the feeling. If you fucking cry, you're crying because that guy's crying too. Just go with the emotions. I fucking love everywhere outside of here. Damn.
And then what was the last move that he did right before the AA?
The fucking
the tombstone.
What was it? The tombstone, yeah, the choke slam.
But then they called it the Angel's Wings. Like AJ, also very subtle tribute also to Christopher Daniels, which they didn't really pick up on.
No, I don't think you could drop the Chris Daniels name.
Yeah, no, because he's
Kazarian as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they mentioned Kazarian's name, which I was a bit shocked by.
He's in TNA now again, right?
He's TNA.
Yeah. But it was nice that AJ was giving his own tributes while Cena's just been busting out all these different finishers. So, like, not really a complaint, but I do kind of wish that this would have been Cena's final match.
Just going out with a banger, huh?
Going out with a banger, full of tribute moves, just perfection. But he's still got 2 matches left. I don't think either of them are going to be as good as this was, and this would have been the perfect ending to his career. But
I got high hopes for Gunther, so I'm gonna leave my expectations high for that one. I just think that one's gonna be. This is gonna sound weird, but like him and Bryan, but a massive version of Bryan, because he's as technical as Bryan is. Gunther is that technical, but then he also adds the fucking power mechanism to it, the whole thing. So it's a different dynamic. I don't know. I've got high hopes for that one. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I got high hopes for it.
I do have a ballsy prediction too, because Cena's supposed to be facing Dom. They haven't said whether or not it's for the Intercontinental title, but I hope it is, and I hope that Cena wins so that he can be a Grand Slam champion and then just drop the title to Gunther. And then people will be like, but why would Gunther have the IC title after he's just been world champion twice? Let's be honest, Gunther was a better Intercontinental champion.
The greatest Intercontinental champion.
I'm about to say it would not be a downgrade at all. No. It would bring prowess to the Intercontinental division. Why not? Why not give him the fucking belt? I love that.
You heard it
here. I
don't
want to be Dom, but I love it.
Restore pride into that title, because remember when obviously Roman was champion on the World Heavyweight and Undisputed, it just brought life back into a belt that was literally dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sad to say, it's kind of there with Cody. But I'm not blaming just Cody for that one, but we'll get to Cody in a sec, because we also had the women's tag between Rio and the Kabuki Warriors.
I thought this match was underrated.
Yeah.
That was a very good tag match.
Unfortunately, it was in the cool down position after such a banger between AJ and Styles, but it was a good match, and Io and Rhea worked so well together. I'm glad they've ran with them as a tag team.
It's time to make them legit, and I think we even talked about it too. To give them an opportunity at those fucking tag titles, and that way maybe they can bring some fucking prowess to them.
Yeah, because I keep forgetting who the women's tag champs are, and then I remember that it's Alexa and Charlotte because they just do backstage segments.
Well, then you know what? It's a feud. Make it a feud. Drag it out.
So I think it's Zarya and Sol Ruka that's next for Charlotte and Alexa, which I think is gonna be a good match. If you have not seen Sol Ruka before, viewers,
no, she's coming up.
Be in for a treat.
She's definitely coming up. There's a lot of reels going around. But I think she's probably going to be more successful as a solo.
Yes.
She'll be dropping the belt. I think it's to Blake, I believe, which is coming up very soon.
I keep thinking Blake's already won a title. I don't know why.
Yeah. Because she's awesome.
They're taking their time, I think, with Blake.
Yeah, as opposed to Ricky, who they just, chuck him in the pan.
That was just, hey, Tony, look what we've got.
Also, Ricky, watch where you put your eyes, pal. We've seen the stills.
Yeah, we have.
Although it might actually finally get an appearance from Uncle Dwayne.
Hey. Well, what the hell
whatever it takes.
That would be fun.
You see if Ricky can out rock the Rock. Let's have a rock off.
My only disappointment, if we go back to the John Cena AJ Styles match, just for 1 second, the only thing that's disappointing for me his last match will not be against his greatest ever rival, and that's Edge. That's the only disappointment.
People jumped on that one, and we talked about it, how it's very unlikely. People are just hanging on to this dream that Edge is going to have one appearance in WWE again, but he's off TV because he's filming shit. And we made the point, or I think I did, why would WWE... Or why would AEW loan cope to WWE when WWE are actively counter-programming everything they do? Sabotage. But I think Gunther's a great final opponent. But again, I do wish that the Cena AJ would have been the last one.
Yeah. Retrospect.
Drew's not a bad shout still.
No. I picked Drew, but I'm happy with Gunther. Especially if he like he's been off TV too, so especially if it's just like his comeback and he just retires John Cena. Done.
Yeah, as long as he goes all over social media and brags about it.
Yeah. The main event, I do have an issue with it. Way too many finisher kickouts, and the fact that Seth. Like, first of all, Cody's struggling anyway with the fans. A lot of people are getting bored of him already. He's not hitting the money bell. And then to have Seth Rollins kick out of an avalanche crossroads makes your champion look even weaker. Such a dumb fucking move.
Seriously.
Good match, but like I said, too many finishes and too many kickouts.
It was
good for what it was.
Thank you. There you go. I'll go with that terminology. It was good for what it was. It wasn't bad, but Daz is right. Cody has lost whatever luster he's had, if he has any left. The crowd was kind of out of it. Seth does what Seth does. It just didn't feel. God, I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
No, if I was to go back and watch all 4 of their matches, I'd watch this one last. I'd definitely prioritize their trilogy first. This was my least favorite between the two of them.
Hell in the Cell especially is number 1.
Oh, God, yeah.
WrestleMania 38 would be second. Backlash would be third, and then this match would be fourth.
Yeah.
On my list.
Definitely. But Seth may or may not, according to the sheets, have been injured in this match, which explains the very quick turn from the vision that we saw on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
epic.
Yeah, but I'm still like, it was way too soon, and this is why nobody gives a shit about factions in WWE, because they're just done.
Well,
before
again,
you know it.
God, and I shouldn't be saying like I hope the rumors are true, but again, I do hope the rumors are true because that's the only reason to do this. It's the only reason to pull the trigger this fast because you're 100%. This was great. This was a good faction. You could have kept it running. Could have waited until the start of the new year, got closer to Mania to make the change even, but. It looks like this is for real. Uncle Dave says it's for real, which, again, take it with a fucking... The old-fashioned saying is a grain of salt. I say take it with a shot of tequila because at least that way you'll get a little buzz. Maybe you'll believe it a little more. But if it's for real, he's out. And hopefully Braun is in, and then especially after his Uncle Scott with this fucking promo bringing back the Steiner math, I fucking love it. What he called him, the dog. He called him the dog face bruiser or something like that. I forgot what he called him. The dog face. I forgot what it was, but I was like, I love this. I love this.
Yeah, it was a great turn. It was a great moment. They teased it all night, very obviously, with Seth's comments.
Oh yeah.
But again, it did feel too soon, and the only explanation could be that Seth is injured, which would make sense. So with Becky's absence too, I've been thinking about that and why she was not going to Perth, and the only reason I can think of was that they didn't want to, because Rue travels with them. The only reason I can think of is that they didn't want to take her for that long of a flight.
Probably.
20-hour flight.
Oh, yeah,
they're
fuck
smart.
that.
Yeah, they're parents now. You know what I mean? They're parents. I ain't trying to take this goddamn kid on this long ass flight.
I don't want to be
Which
on a
will
long
now
ass flight like that.
No.
But
Exactly.
so now back in the question: is Rollins a face or a heel? Because Becky is fucking killing it as a heel right now. The match with AJ is just waiting.
I think she can remain
would
a
you
heel
do?
depending on how long Saf's out. And Heyman is obviously conflicted. He's just going along with Bronson and Braun to save his own skin, which is what Paul Heyman does. I don't agree with the stupid fan booking that, they're going to reform the Shield, but with Punk in Ambrose's place. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Stop. Heyman goes through clients more than Bonnie Blue goes through cops.
Oh, wow.
He does. I think he's gone through Lesnar, he's gone through Big Show, he's gone through Roman, gone through Punk.
Ryback, Curtis Axel.
Ryback, Curtis.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Axelmania, baby.
I still have been eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. Shout out to you, Curtis.
No, wait, Ambrose threw him over the top rope the next night.
Ah, shit.
Now you're eliminated.
One of the goats,
Now you're eliminated.
Mr. Axel.
Probably the longest run ever in the Rumble match, though.
Still is.
All right. That does beg the question of what Becky's going to do when she comes back, but hopefully she stays as a heel and Rollins takes the time to recover. Maybe the Rumble.
Yeah,
Don't
maybe
rush
Rumble.
back,
Yeah.
Seth.
It's shoulder surgery. Say that 5 times fast. He's got to be out for at least, 4 or 5 months?
That was a rotator cuff. Shoulder or rotator cuff.
Yeah,
I'd say,
he's out for a bit.
Seth, don't rush.
Yeah.
Take time
Maybe
off.
not the Rumble and just take that extra month or whatever and just come back for Mania.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Give Becky enough time to get a good heel run in where we make her want to change and be a face, because when he comes back, he's going to have to be a face.
Yeah, and with Heyman too, because Heyman didn't really know what was going on, obviously, by his reactions on Raw.
Yeah, he was, what's going on?
But I mean, they must be thinking by now who's going to win the Rumble for the men.
I want to say I would think so, but I have not a fucking clue.
I mean,
There's Elimination Chambers in
Unless
Chicago,
it's-
so
would
gotta
they
be
push
Braun.
Punk for a third year? Because he didn't win it the first 2 times. He got his Mania main event last year, even though it wasn't a title match. But he still has never won the Rumble.
didn't he say that he wants the main event night 1 and then night 2? Which will back in the thing. But this is what I plan on. Braun Breaker to win the world title. Defend against Roman. That's a match I'd die to see. And then night 2, you'd have Tony Khan's worst nightmare. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Easiest shit to book.
And he'd
like
just be like, hey, look, Mercedes.
Hey, there. She's got 14 belts. Where'd they come from? She picked them up from the trash.
Please, Persephone.
We've got a couple of months to start getting our predictions in for the Rumble, but it's never too early, I guess. But we do know what's going on in the promo climax, and right up now we have two teammates in the CWO, which are Rodney Slabbovitch and Ted P Dinero. Once again, a reminder of the table. Teddy P's on 1, and Rodney is right above him on 3. So, if Rodney wins this match, he will be in second place, right below Beer on 6 points.
Nice.
And if Teddy wins, he will be in second place with 5 points. So, second place is on the line.
Hello, motherfuckers! My name is Professor Rodney Slabbovitch because, educationally speaking, that's exactly what I'll do. And class, I am here today to introduce you to a very special student. Perhaps a former student of mine. Yeah, one of my favorite, somebody I really admire, who was previously in my class and went on to be super famous. And his name is Ted P Dinero. Oh my goodness. I feel like Chris Rock when he got smacked by Will Smith. I'm starstruck. Oh my goodness. I'm here to tell you, baby. I just love the CWO. I can't stop thinking about them. What an incredible group. I mean, just the other day, baby, I went on down to the Dunkin' Donuts, and I grabbed a chocolate twist, and I took a bite in it. I couldn't finish it because it was just too sweet. Oh, my goodness, you stole that from Moses Marquez, baby. But listen, Ted P. Dinero, I need your help, baby. And here's the thing. If you're willing to help me with something, then maybe I can help you with something. Yeah. You know this guy. His name is A.T. Wrestler. For some reason, baby, he just don't like me. You know, I saw a promo he made, and he made it seem like it's my fault that the Kingpin's dead and gone, and that the Kingpin has been buried. But the reality is, Rodney didn't have anything to do with that. No. Rodney loved the Kingpin, baby. And yes, I asked the Kingpin for some help, but I wasn't trying to get him in no trouble. And I didn't know that A.T. Wrestler was gonna get all mad and take it all personally and then side with Chris Reed and jump the Kingpin and somehow manage to connect with you, Ted P. Dinero, who, just so we're clear, I have no problem with, but you were the Kingpin's best friend, baby. In some kind of way, A.T. Wrestler convinced you to turn your back on the Kingpin, and I was surprised by that. I mean, is that who you are? I thought you were a good guy. I mean, as far as I know, the Kingpin's babies called you Uncle. So it was really sad to see you, one of his best friends, turn his back on him. But I remember, baby, I sat here at home. I watched the whole thing play out on the Max Wrestling television. And Kingpin, he wasn't giving up yet, baby, because he still had the one person that he knew he could trust more than anybody else. And that was, well, I'm scared to say the name because I don't want her to appear. But you know what? Flex Murdoch is not afraid to say the name. So I'll just say it. That demon ass. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And so the Kingpin thought that he had this person to rely on. But I can't believe it. A.T. Wrestler convinced even that demon ass to turn her back on the Kingpin, baby. I mean, who could have seen it coming? But there was one last ditch effort. There was one guy that the Kingpin really trusts, and his name is the Statman. Ha ha ha! He knows all the stats. Like, if you do the calculations, you'll realize that not one, not two, not three, but 4 motherfuckers turned their back on the Kingpin. And that's why he's in the grave, baby. Oh, Rodney didn't do nothing. But listen, Ted P. Dinero, if you could please put in a word with AT Wrestler, tell him that Rodney's okay. Maybe I can even join the CWO. And if you do that for me, baby, I'll do something for you. Yeah, I know you want those tag team titles. Everybody's seen you guys crying about it, talking about it, and I can make that happen. I know somebody who knows somebody. Between you and me, I'm still with Moses Marquez's mama, baby, and things are going great between us. And I can tell her to talk to her son. She might be able to convince him, and I'm sure Moses will be okay with it. And maybe DC will be mad, but DC's gonna have his chance, baby. He's gonna face AT Wrestler coming up, and they can sort that out. So what do you say, Ted P? A deal between you and I? You get me in the CWO, and I'll see if Moses Marquez's mama can talk him into giving up those tag team titles. Let me know, baby. And once more, I'm a huge fan. Thanks for listening to this, and I'll see you later, bitch.
Rodney. I'm a little lost for words because you're so funny. You're hilarious. And it appeases the thing when you make me laugh. It puts a smile on my dark soul. It's very much so a pain, no wonder that you will be here. I do evil things to people, Rodney, for the enjoyment of it all. You don't understand. You. You know your little hair? That little spray that you have. You be spraying it, it makes it look so nice and everything. Well, it just so happened to combine when you're spraying that spray, and I would flip my little line. You'll look like Michael Jackson on a Pepsi commercial. See, Rodney, what pains me is that I really like you. You're not a bad guy. It's just you're in my way, Rodney. You're in my way. Unfortunately for you, you have to get ripped piece by piece by piece until you understand, until you feel the pain that others felt. Rodney, you will never feel pain like this. I will take something as little as your pinky and I will break you. I will light it with my little blade. And then I will commence to pouring energy in it. Just so you can understand something so insignificant you can feel the most pain from. You don't understand, but no words. Soon, you all understand. Yeah. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. And if you don't get it, then it's not for you to get.
You choose the first blood.
Thursday on Max. Predictions, recaps, trivia, and groundbreaking promos, and the occasional rant.
I'm gonna say it again. Fucking Netflix.
Fucking Netflix.
You have known for months now that this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight was gonna happen. You knew. You had more than enough time to get the infrastructure for your website ready to go.
Join us on the Max Wrestling Podcast every Thursday. Exclusively on YouTube and audio on all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Some monsters don't hide under your bed. They walk among us. Take a journey with some of the darkest minds and twisted crimes in history. A brand new show from Daz Lee, Homicidal Beasts and Where to Find Them.
You choose the first blood.
Welcome back to Max Wrestling. I am the captain. He is LFA and he is Beer. Speak their name and they appear. Once again, make sure you're liking and subscribing on YouTube. Follow us on all podcast platforms and make sure you visit maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Do it.
Okay, we went off a little bit in that first half, but we still have predictions for WrestleDream, so we're going to get into that now. Thankfully, Tony hasn't overbooked it. We only have the dues, 8 matches so far. But these are the only ones we're going to predict. So,
Knock on wood.
let's kick it off with Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks for $500,000. It's a money match.
The way they like throw money around, just fucking. First off, it's hilarious.
Every week there's a
Second off,
$100,000 match.
Yeah, right. Here's 100,000. Here's 400,000. Here's fucking $500,000. And I'm like, isn't
That
Fulham
money
like
you can get
bottom
creative.
table? Like, what are you doing? What happened?
With that money, you can get a creative team.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get
what a,
Dr. Moore or get Mauro Ronaldo on commentary.
no, the commentary is great. I wouldn't add Morrow right now. I as much as I love Morrow, I feel like him and fucking Excalibur would clash too much. Excalibur feels too PWG, but it's AEW stuff. I really want the Young Bucks to win because I like when they have money and then they run out of money, and I love
They
these
blow it.
skits where they're like, "What do you mean you blew all the money?" But it would also be fucking bittersweet to have Jurassic Express get a one-up on them because, you know, all the issues that they had with Jack Perry. And on top of that, they get money, and, you know, the Young Bucks are walking around broke, so it adds to the broke story. And I'm hoping, I don't know why I'm hoping this, but I'm hoping that this can eventually put a patch in all that is the elite or whatever, and just everybody can be cool. Because if you watched Dynamite last night, Kenny was had to pretty much be the mediator of this whole thing. He wasn't sure if he could trust Jack Perry and Luchasaurus in a tag match. They ended up trusting each other. Jack Perry took a fucking massive clothesline for Kenny, the whole whatever. But right after the match, the Bucks attacked him, and Kenny was like, hold on, wait a minute. So he broke it up, and there's some fucking conflict. So I wonder if Kenny's going to be a part of this in any type of way, since I don't think he's got anything else he's doing on this fucking show. But yeah, I'm going to go with Jurassic Express. They get some bread. Maybe Luchasaurus gets a new mask. I don't know what you could do with Money in the Jungle.
No, I figured it would be Jurassic Express too because they've only just reunited. And it is funny to keep seeing the box broke.
Yes.
But yeah.
And the money.
I'm enjoying the broke box. I think it's redeveloped the Young Bucks because the EVPs I think was starting to get a little bit old. But Jurassic Express, can they lose their first match back as a tag team?
No.
Facts.
He's
Yeah,
now
I'll go
Jungle
with
Jack
Jurassic.
too.
Jungle Jack.
Jungle Jack. Why don't you just call him Jungle Man? He's not Jungle Boy anymore.
He's
Jungle Man.
evolved.
Jungle Man.
But I like it because that's
Yeah.
what JR always called him, Jungle Jack Barry.
Yeah, shout out JR. Yeah, I'll go Jurassic Express. It makes more
All right.
sense. I see the Young Bucks still crying for money.
I'm really sorry to say this because I really, really do like Jamie Hayter, but this match has no business being on this pay-per-view. Jamie Hayter versus Thekla in a singles match. That's it. That's it. It's just a feud. You could easily put this match on a Dynamite or a Collision, but it's on pay-per-view. I mean, good for them. They're getting a pay-per-view payday. But is there really enough story there to warrant this being on a pay-per-view? Nah.
No! There is no fucking story. They fucking had one conflict and they're mad at each other. That's it. That's it. They were like, well, this is tension that's been building. I said, for what? For like a week? Maybe two? Maybe two. And all it was Jamie Hayter said some shit backstage and it started a fucking issue. No, it didn't. They're looking for something to do. But I look at this match and I agree with you 1,000%. You put it on fucking Dynamite and have somebody fucking interrupt it. But I have a promise to you that this is probably going to happen. Somebody's going to get involved and this match is either going to get thrown out or one of these ladies is going to get screwed over. That's the only way out of this. This match has no business being on a pay-per-view. It actually has no business happening unless other to then extend the story. But if Jamie were to win clean or even Thekla were to win clean, you're killing momentum for either one of the other ladies. And they have none to begin with. So it's in a fuck 'em over situation or throw the match out. And that's just where I'm at.
Right.
I'm going with the
contest.
with the DQ. It just
I do feel
you're gonna
like
fuck one of them over.
Jamie's definitely lost momentum since her return. Like coming back and then being off TV again didn't help. But I think Thekla's just got a little tiny bit of an edge in momentum, mainly because she's just coming out and beating people up with Julia and Sky Blue.
Yeah. I was going to say she's got a little more number on her side.
I think they're just going to keep building Thekla, to be honest. So I'm going to go with Thekla.
I wouldn't blame you. Don't blame you. I just think that if you're going to try to save this, you got to just throw it out. That's just me.
Yeah.
What you saying, Bear?
Beer, what you got?
Why didn't Jamie have a rematch when she lost the title to Toni Storm? Why is Jamie not in the main event?
So hasn't gotten a rematch.
And I agree. Jamie has lost a lot of momentum since she came back. I would have had this match at All Out.
Yeah.
That story was there for a while when Thekla took her out. And I am a Thekla guy because I've seen it since the Japan days. I'll go Thekla. I love Jamie. I think she's fucking great. Thekla to win. And and I know this is not going to happen. Push Thekla for the TBS Championship. I would have her as TBS champion any day of the week. But then again, I could have anyone. I'd rather a bum on the street than Mercedes as champion.
Facts.
Make this woman into a fucking badass. But you got the women's tag title still to come, which I still think Julia Hart and Sky Blue should win.
Oh, they're fucking made for it.
Unless they are bringing in Casey Catanzaro to team with Lacey Lane. I'll go Thekla on this. And then push her in the women's title picture.
I think
Tony.
I think that's what they're going for, to be honest.
Voice of bloody reason.
I feel like we've already seen this match a couple of times, but Kyle Fletcher defending the TNT title against Mark Briscoe.
So we talked about Mark Briscoe going somewhere after beating MJF, and I guess it's here. I said you could probably beat Kyle Fletcher right now and have Kyle Fletcher go towards the main event picture, but I don't think there's enough in this to go that far. Like, it's a good little story or whatever. Like, they have beef. It's not fucking, but it's not like the beef level that him and MJF had. It's not the beef level that fucking him and Hangman had. So, we're just kind of like, here you go. And I'm not saying no. Like, hey, I'll take the plate, but I don't know what the fuck this is. What is this?
Yeah.
What am I eating here? You know what I mean? I don't want to beat Kyle Fletcher, but Mark Briscoe's got some momentum that you could roll with. But is it enough to roll with to beat Kyle Fletcher and win the TNT Championship, or is this just a nice little, hey, thanks for being a guy at a decent spot? That sounds like a TK thing to fucking do. I'm going Fletcher, but I'm hoping they kind of screw Mark Briscoe and we can have this one more time.
Yeah, you agree on that one?
Even though this should not be the match, even though I would have had Mark Briscoe against Hangman.
Yeah, we still have.
And you could have had Kyle Fletcher and Kenny Omega. That would have been money. You've had Kyle.
Kenny doing shit.
Yeah, what's Kenny doing in terms of grave?
Fuck off.
There's been no explanation on why Kyle Fletcher put Kenny through the table. And on Dynamite in the last couple of episodes, nothing's been mentioned. Kenny's not gone out and beat the crap out of Kyle. You'll probably get that in 4 weeks, probably. This should have been done when Kenny came back in the first place.
And we don't know what's going on with Kenny and Andrade because apparently Andrade has disappeared again.
Oh, fucking hell.
And the match against La Park is actually not happening on the show.
Yeah, so I've got to agree with what I've read that it may be a visa issue that they're just kind of ironing out, but obviously Andrade wasn't on Dynamite last week. He wasn't on last night, so...
Dude, they have a lot of visa issues. Like, I don't understand how they don't get this shit nipped in the butt.
But also, the other reason was WWE may have been implementing a cease and desist and a 90-day no-compete clause, which I didn't think was a thing anymore.
I didn't think it was a thing either.
I haven't read anything about no release, no, and 90 days.
That's something I think Uncle Dave would have been on top of that motherfucker real quick.
Sapo Alvarez would have been on top of that, but not that I've read.
Sames.
Well, I'm going with Fletcher too because I see no reason to cut this run short. He's he just keeps on climbing, and losing to Hangman really didn't hurt him at all.
Oh, if anything, it kind of made him more legitimate.
Oh yeah, because he put up a hell of a fight.
Fucking A.
Oh, sorry to cut in on there, but speaking of what we just spoke about with Andrade, yes, there has been a cease and desist letter. 90 days.
Who's that coming from?
Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave, there you go.
Uncle Dave. For the win.
We will get to him later on.
Back with the win.
We'll get to Uncle Dave
so I guess
a little bit.
AEW didn't think that was a thing anymore either.
No, they were like, fuck it. They're not gonna want him back, right? They know 90 days his ass, right? Bam, 90 days. Oh shit.
Sons of bitches. All right, full house for Fletcher, and hopefully they do remember that he has a feud with Kenny Omega in a couple of weeks, or while Andrade's off TV.
Yeah. They got Blood and Guts coming up. Might as well fucking get Kenny and somebody else together, and then you can spin that off into him and Fletcher. You know, it's Don Callis' family. Why not?
This one, I really don't see the point in either. I thought we were done with this feud after the street fight, but we got another match between the Hurt Syndicate and the Demand.
No. You're downplaying it because they had a fucking tag match last night, and I'm like, why? Like, you're going to have another trios match on, was it Sunday or you're on the weekend? Why the fuck are you wrestling now? Like, in Japan, they do this shit, but with fucking matches people give a damn about. And you're not recycling this shit, because this is recycling, baby.
Yeah, especially as it's a tornado trios match, so that's literally the street fight that they had last week.
Yep.
Why couldn't that be on the show instead?
Yeah, you got it backwards. You
having
should have
that
just done a tornado match on Dynamite and then make the street fight for this, for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because
Correct.
Start with the
there's
singles
only
and then...
one stipulation match, really, if you don't count the 500K.
Yeah. Which, again, but you should have built to it. Shouldn't have gone right to a street fight. You're 100%. Could have did a tornado, trios, even did the fucking tag, and then went in here. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to go that way, that's, I don't want to say fine, but it would have been better off than this.
Yeah.
The Demand got the win last night, so I have to say the Hurt Syndicate come back, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Push the Demand. Push them. Push Ricochet as a fucking manager rather than a wrestler. Push fucking these big hoss bastards. But it's a fucking Hurt Syndicate. These guys are over as shit. They came literally from the E with the same exact gimmick. Isn't fucking Cedric Alexander supposed to be released soon and possibly on the way?
Very likely, yeah.
His deal is very soon.
Hell, I wouldn't be surprised he should. No, I don't know. Maybe this show might be too soon, but who knows? But you gotta give it. You gotta give something back to these fucking guys. I don't know what, but you gotta give them something back. But then, does that extend this even more? And do we have to see it for a fucking 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th time?
Is Cedric's contract done or gonna be done?
It's due to expire. That's what.
So not yet.
Yeah, so he's not going to show up at WrestleDream, which would have made sense because the whole reason they had a street fight was MVP can't really wrestle anymore, but he can fight. So maybe he could have been taken out and then replaced in this match, but obviously we're not going to get that anytime soon.
But you never know.
I feel like the Hurt Syndicate have won most of these matches, so I'm going to go with a Demand.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you on. Well, no, the Demand won on the pay-per-view, and then they won here. So yeah, no, Hurt Syndicate's got to get one back.
It could go either way, Jesus. But yeah, I push Ricochet. We'll go for it. We'll go for the Demand. Keep the feud going again, and then bring in Cedric at some point. Bea, which way are you going with?
I'm gonna go with the Syndicate. Because the reason being, Cedric Alexander's deal is up this week.
Hey!
So,
does he have a 90-day no compete?
Fuck, no, it's kidding.
No, it's
yeah, apparently it doesn't apply if they expire.
So, Cedric, we'll see you Saturday.
See, this is where Andrade fucked up. I want to leave. Okay, but you can't work.
I want to leave. You should have fucking waited. Catering.
We got a rematch for the women's world title. Chris Statlander defending against Toni Storm. I don't really see any reason to drop it back.
No.
It would make even less sense than dropping it in the first place.
Yep. Makes no sense at all to go back to Tony. It's just an opportunity for an extension to fucking prolong this because we have to set up the goddamn inevitable. Hopefully everybody's got their barf bags ready because fucking...
Oh, she's going to be there.
Oh, cause she's probably going to be on fucking commentary. God damn it. And it's just going to be brutal.
Fucking commentary.
Yeah, but it's going to be Chris. She's going to retain. I would like to say, cool, send Tony to beat Mercedes before she ends up beating Stat, or be the person to beat Mercedes after she wins this world. I don't know. I'm sure you could figure out something. But actually, you don't know. I say all that because it shouldn't matter if Tony's smart. She's got to relinquish the TBS championship if she wins the fucking women's championship, which then I'm sure you'll just have a fucking tournament because that's the best way to crown a champion.
Yeah, especially in AEW.
Yeah, and it brings excitement to it. People will get up for it. Puts spotlight on more than just fucking two people. So yeah, I unfortunately would have to go that fucking route, and if that means Tony can go away for a bit, she take a well-deserved little vacay, hang out with the juice.
All she said is she's gonna be there. We don't know why, but this seems like the most obvious reason she'd be there. There's actually 4 matches added to the pre-show, which we're not really gonna count because who cares?
You watched the pre-show.
You got FTR on the pre-show again.
Why do you do that to FTR?
And Eddie Kingston too. You just brought him back. He's got no momentum at all.
You brought him back to put him in a match that he got sloppy. He's been sloppy this whole time, so I can't blame TK too much for putting him on the pre-show, but you made all this hype about him to put him on the main and all out. Why would you change your mind and put him on the pre for this one?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the match that was added? It was a conglomeration against Death Riders. Was that added to the show, or is that on the pre-show?
Parking lot brawl or something? It's on the pre-show. There's still 8 matches on the main show, which is what we're doing.
Crazy.
Alright, so this is the only stipulation match on the main show. Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley, part 3. In an I Quit match.
Somebody's going to die.
Seriously, it's not going to end until one of them murders the other.
You're a bazillion fucking percent.
Alright, track record. Who won the coffin match? Darby? Mox. And then...
Because Darby set him on fire.
That's it, yeah.
The Wednesday after, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah, right.
But we talked about this a couple weeks ago or last week or something, how Mox has recently quit against Cope. Whereas I just really don't think Darby Allin gives a shit. So there's no way Darby Allin can lose an I Quit match.
I'm hoping, so with the Death Riders, I'm hoping being indisposed by the whatever parking lot brawl they're going to have prior to this fucking thing on the pre-show. Hopefully they won't get too much involved, but again, it's the Death Riders, so I'm not going to put it past them. Maybe a Marina Shafir appearance or something. But yeah, no, I think Darby's going to... I really want to say I think Darby's going to win it. But it's fucking Jon Moxley, and the numbers are consistently on his side. And he was rambling on and on and on about being a part of the fucking Hurt Syndicate or not, and joining them. And Pac just fucking destroys him in this like prison cell. It was brutal.
That was great. It was
cinema, pure cinema. I'm gonna go Darby Allin, but something tells me that just this still isn't over. I don't know how or why, but it just still ain't over.
It's got to end at some point. They can't just keep trying to murder each other.
You're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong. But I don't think it's about ending each other. I think it's about John making Darby understand that he's better off on their side than on his own, because he has nobody. Like, that's the thing about Darby, is he's got nobody. So he's trying to, like, be, I don't want to say sympathetic or whatever, but he is trying to play the humanitarian to him. And it seems to be working a little bit, but they're just, it's like an old-fashioned gang. Like, they're going to jump you a bunch, and then they're going to accept you. Question is when do they accept him? After he beats John, and now after this, they start recruiting him every week? Because that might be really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've obviously failed to recruit Chris Statlander.
Oh, yeah. No, she wants no part of your shit.
Beer, you going Darby too, or Mox?
I didn't manage to get my chance to say who was going to win out of Stat and Tony, but yeah, I'll go
I
Stat.
thought you want Chris.
Yeah, I'll go Stat. That's all. I don't know. There's a part of it that doesn't seem like it's over, because I don't think Darby will say I quit.
Nope.
Even though Mox did tap out recently to
Hangman.
Hangman. Part of me feels that there's going to be a death match at Full Gear. But for now, I think I will stick with Darby.
Love for one.
I was going to say, I don't know where else we can go. We've had a coffin match. We've got an I Quit match.
The death match.
I kill you match.
An I Kill You match.
Can they get Claudio out of this and actually push Claudio? He's too good to
Dude,
be.
hit Claudio and Roddy tore it down.
You know what?
Sorry for you.
I think the faction would be great without Mox. Just like Claudio leading Wheeler and Pac.
Hey, Claudio's a leader, man. I'd love that. I would love that. Claudio's an absolute leader.
One of the worst fumbles in WWE history.
Mm-hmm.
Guy had everything.
Has.
Yeah, and they kept teasing us with a world title run and never giving it to us.
Fucking losers.
Assholes. Okay, tag titles on the line. Brodito versus Okada and Takeshita. The brand new IWGP Heavyweight Champion Takeshita, I might add.
My boy did it.
That'd be a great match apparently with Zach.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a banger. It was a banger for sure. I wonder where they're going to go with that one. Actually, I think they're going to kind of, if I could spin off for a fucking second, I think somebody in the circle, whether it be Gato or TK, has been listening, because I think they're going to go with the idea of they got a little bit of time before January. You still have there's already building tension between Okada and Takeshita. Now they got to try to tag and all this shit, and they're going to be able to build even more tension when they lose. So to make my fucking pick real easy, it's going to be Brodito. But I kind of wouldn't mind if they won, just to have that fucking heat and have them break up and all this other shit. But I think it'd be a little bit too much, so I'm just going to stick with the easy move. But I have a funny feeling that Takeshita could end up beating Okada for the Unified Championship and walk into Wrestle Kingdom, IWGP, and with the Unified Champion, the guy that beat Okada, to come back here and beat whomever. And I think it's going to end up being Goto, which is going to be a bit weird, but hey, I'll take it.
Beer, which way are you going?
Or you can do fucking him and Okada.
Can you ruin the momentum of Konosuke Takeshita?
The guy's riding a hell of a wave right now.
For me, Takeshita is top 3 in the world right now, behind Ospreay and Gunther.
I don't want
He
to
is
say
that
what I'm
good.
thinking.
And Okada's, well, we all know Okada's great and Kenny's great. I'm going to go Takeshita and Okada.
You know what?
Build that tension.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, almost like an Angle Benoit relationship.
Yes.
Oh, that was fucking great.
First ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But there was also a little bit of doubt with Brodito last week when they lost the match to give Okada and Takeshita this match, where mainly it was Bandito doubting himself. So
Isn't Bandito injured?
Yes, that was the whole angle. Is he was injured after getting stretched and beaten to dog shit by, I want to say, Hechicero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Okada.
I don't think it'll hurt Brodito, but I do think that they had a lot of momentum and hype when they won the titles, and it's kind of died off a little bit, like the honeymoon period. And there's probably more of a story there if Okada and Takeshita win the titles. Doesn't have to be for long, but until they face each other. So I'll go Okada Takeshita 2, which brings us to the random main event. Samoa Joe challenging Hangman for the world title because he got angry.
Because he got angry. How dare you hand me my belongings, you son of a bitch.
Over a passing of a title.
I'll never touch
It doesn't take much to piss Joe off.
Apparently. I mean, if you've watched the fucking Twisted Metal series, you'll tell that his fucking character gets pissed off real quick. So apparently that's his gimmick now. It's fucking Hangman. You're not going to give the belt to Samoa Joe. It's just not in the cards. He's already said he's going to retire when his contract ends, and I don't know when it ends. But he ain't winning the belt before he leaves. And if he does, it ain't going to be off fucking Hangman.
Nah,
Joe's
already had a world title run in AEW, and it was great.
Yeah.
I think you can leave your head held high on that one.
Fucking hey, you don't need to beat Hangman. Again, if it comes down to it, and I hate fucking having to minimize this entire thing, but when we have nobody else, if we need a world champion, we'll give you a shout.
I also don't think Hangman needs to lose anytime soon, because this run is going so much better than his first run as world champion.
Way better.
Beer, what say you?
Monumentally better.
I'm going to do a controversial take.
Oh,
I've been underwhelmed with Hangman's title reign.
boo, boo this
Compared
man.
in general or compared to his first one?
Just in general. I just don't think it's been a bit underwhelming. But he's going to retain. But the inevitable's happening. Maxwell, Jacob Friedman. This is a sneaky one. Max to cash in. Secretly told Tony he's cashing in to keep Hangman off guard.
He has been gone for a bit.
Oh yeah, because he didn't have to use his chip in the end.
So
His contract even.
get
See,
MJF.
I was gonna say the only real question for this main event is, does MJF show up? And
Yes.
honestly, where the hell is he? What else is he doing?
I was just gonna say, I think you may have answered your own question, fam.
All right, obvious
kinda
full
like
house
that.
for Hangman then, but yeah.
Obvious full house for Hangman. Yeah, dude. Joe beats the absolute dog shit out of you, and then here comes the prick asshole MJF and flips everything up on its fucking head. I kind of really like that. Really like that.
After WrestleDream, Full Gear is next, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Full Gear and then World's End.
Makes sense.
So we got two more.
Yeah,
Brilliant
that'd be it. Full Gearing, World's End.
All right.
Like it.
Those
Like
are your
it.
predictions for
Not too bad.
WrestleDream. I will try to remember to put them up this time.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. I'm sure the people want to get involved. And as you said, now, speaking of getting involved, let's get back to something that everyone can get involved in, and that is the promo climax voting. Two old rivals are going back at it in the butcher block. They faced each other multiple times over the television championship earlier this year, and now the TV rules are out the window. It's Blade Rodriguez looking to put points on the board, and he needs them. And the captain looking to join myself and Robert on top of the table. Who's going out on top? And boy, howdy, I'm a little nervous.
Oh, Captain. Almost didn't see you there. So, this has been quite the tournament. I know the last couple times I've made a video, it's just at my desk. Not really putting a lot of thought into it. Understanding why I was beat. Thought the line I used against Rustler was pretty good. But I guess you need more than one-liners to winning any of this. I understand the losses I take. But, you? Aren't you the captain of losing? Not dissing whatever, what can I say, winning streak you may have in Max. I'm just saying, aren't you used to losing anywhere and everywhere that counts or matters? No, I won't be specific. I think I'll just leave the innuendo there, and whatever hole or space that's there for people to quote-unquote assume or come up with can fit wherever the shot needs to land, if you catch my drift. But since we are here, and captain of only one, I guess, if you include yourself, if yourself is even worthy of your own presence. But it's not a matter of rambling, it's a matter of calling out the fact that when I'm around you, I forget that you're even a captain. You're barely a person. I think, you know what? I got it. I think the new AI actress that Hollywood is scrambling about and forget the name of or whatnot, you know, should have done my research more on that, other than the fact that I've seen it on the Tickety Talk. But I think the AI artificial actress throughout Hollywood that's about to have like a trial run and being put in a movie because, you know, the AI can't age. Well, like your winning streak, it just doesn't age, you just age out. Has more value than anything you say or do. But yeah, no, that's just from me. Like an opinion. Everyone's got them like assholes. But, you know, it is what it is. Have a good day. Or have the day you deserve.
You know what I find funny? That people fear the devil. I mean, think about it. The devil's job is to punish people for their sins. The devil's job is to torture evil souls. So, should we not be appreciating him? If anything, the devil is doing God's work, right? So why was I being punished? It was almost a full year ago that I embraced the devil himself. And a few days later, I lost it all. My life fell apart. There's an old saying. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. Well, take it from me. The devil is very real. None of us is safe from punishment. Even when we think we're good people, you can be a loving parent, a faithful husband, a caring friend, and still have it all ripped from you with the utmost cruelty. What I've learned over the past year is that it doesn't matter how good you are. None of us are safe from judgment. I've tried to be a good person my whole life. Where's it gotten me? Betrayed, abandoned, left for dead. Well, maybe it's time I changed my ways. My evil ways. Blade Rodriguez. You and I have our history. But here's the thing. Anytime we've met has been under TV rules, where we were constricted to one-shot promos, and we were judged only by the clock. But now there are no rules, and we are judged by our peers. So as much as I consider you one of my greatest shoot opponents, now you finally get the full Captain experience. Blade, you never got to meet the Butcher, but I think he would have liked you. In fact, it's a damn shame, because AEW had their own Butcher and the Blade. Who knows what you two could have done? See, contrary to belief, Butcher did sometimes work well with others. Not often, but he did. Most of the time he would scare people away. Anthony Walker was one, and some guy named Brad who ran so fast I don't even remember his last name. The reason I give you this history lesson, Blade, is because you have stuck around long enough to see it all. You have faced pretty much everyone there is to face in match wrestling. Especially me. But there is one name you have yet to face, and it's a side of me that you have managed to avoid because you haven't entered creative promo competition. Well, now the gloves are off, and you get to meet the Shape.
Blade, if you think for 1 second you're gonna be the one to hold the captain down, figure yet. You were the person that ended his last reign as television champion. And you will not stand in the way of him reaching the final of this tournament and finally reclaiming that championship. Because the captain is Mr. Television.
So allow me to be as blunt as your blade. You will remain at the bottom of this block, and the Brothers of Max Destruction will do nothing for you. Nice to see you again, but we're in the end game now.
The next time we have the pleasure of bringing you a Max event is Thursday, November 27th for the 10th annual promo series Endgame. And Endgame is appropriate because it will feature the grand final of the promo climax as the leaders of both blocks will face each other for the Unified Championship.
And speaking of championships, we already know that the tag team championships will be on the line as DC and Mo defend against Mike Larkin and his debuting partner, longtime broadcasting partner, Stevie Nicks. Not the one from Fleetwood Mac.
No, not that one, but I'm going to spoil a debut nonetheless. We also predict the 39th annual Survivor Series featuring the last PLE performance of John Cena. Once again, it's November 26th. Go to maxwrestlingnet.wwe.com/promo series for more information.
Yeah. To do a double take on that, then I was like, oh yeah, Saturday Night's Main Event's not really a PLE. It's on YouTube.
It's on the TubeUbe.
Alright then. Promo series is coming thick and fast. It is Mike's favorite event, which is why he's challenging for a title. So,
hey,
until we get there, we do have two lists to check. One is nice, one is not so nice, but we always check them twice. It's time for the bell end board.
Bunch of Muppets. There's a whole fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah.
A bellend? You're a bellend, mate. Look, bellend 1, bellend 2, big veiny bellend over here.
The bell end board is very big, but it's only half the size of the Brev board. But
You're telling me.
There's some interesting points on here. Donald Trump has 500. BT has 500. Elon Musk has 400. The IWC has 485. So who's getting points this week? TK's on 4912.
Jiminy fucking Christmas. All right. Well, I want to check what Chris sent this week. He sent 2.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about this too. It's about CM Punk addressing the IWC. Or basically stalkers.
Warns fans to stop crossing the lines. All right, I'm going to read this verbatim off of this fucking gimmick.
Verbatim.
We unfortunately have to have this conversation again. Do not turn up at airports. Do not show up at hotels. I cannot believe I have to say this. Do not follow people. You've repeatedly been politely told no. Respect it. You are not a fan. You are a stalker and will be treated as such. Respect the boundaries. Stop harassing people. So I guess the fucking IWC is just creepazoids again.
Yeah.
When I don't think that's ever gonna stop. I hate saying that. I really do, because like I would hope one day that we can live in a fucking place where people aren't creeping the shit out of people. But that I think it's gonna get worse before it gets any better. And Punk's 100%. Give people their fucking privacy, dude. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, if you bump into them, hey, I'm fucking, you know what I mean? You're going to LA. I'm going over here, dude. You just happen to be in the same airport. Can I get a picture? Whatever. But if you're these people, and I've seen you motherfuckers, okay? With your fucking Funko Pops like this, or your fucking sheet or whatever, if you could sign every one of my shit, like you guys, you motherfuckers are disgusting. You're disgusting. And with that one, the rare times I agree with Punk, this is definitely one of them. Give people some space. Look how fucking homeboy ended up with poor oh god, what was poor girl's name? The fucking the dude that broke into her house.
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville, thank you. I wanted to say Sandra. I was like, who the fuck is that? Sonya Deville. Like, look at that fucking situation. Everybody is about a step away from being that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Y'all want to get arrested? Be that guy. Y'all want to get shot? Be that motherfucker.
Nah, and Rhea Ripley brings this up all the time, like especially when they were in, I think it was France, and she was just getting swamped,
I believe it.
like pressed up against
I
the car
believe
and
it.
everything.
Believe it.
You're a bunch of creepy motherfuckers. Let's go. Should we go 100?
100 easy.
100 points to the IWC for being creepy little bastards.
Oh god, this is awesome. Okay, I don't know who this fucking dweebo is. L.A. Williams on fucking
Yeah.
Twitter says Seth can't draw a line. Rollins Stan should stay quiet because they tried selling a PLE with Seth as a headline act and it sucked. It was called WrestlePalooza.
I thought Cena
The
was
one
the
where
headline
he
act.
fucking. I was gonna say the one where he wasn't in the main event.
Right.
Yep, it was Cody
And
and Drew McIntyre.
And he was in the fucking match that everyone said was the match of the night for the most part. Or close to like the second match of the night or something like that. But what the fuck? Again, perspective is a hell of a drug. Like when you don't understand it, it'll throw you for a fucking loop. And people don't understand perspective around here. If you're not the main event, you're not headlining. You're not the main event. You're not the fucking reason why we're here. Especially in that fucking match. Oh my god, especially in that. Bro, you know who was most important in that match? AJ Lee. You know who was the least important in that fucking match? Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Becky Lynch. All fucking three of them in a ball. Like, come on, dude.
It was all about AJ.
You
Yeah.
can't be that fucking stupid. You can't. There can't be that much stupidity in the world
And
to not understand that.
And it was also a knee-jerk PLE that they booked just to fuck with AEW.
Yes.
Let's not forget that.
Counter programming, motherfucker.
Where is he? L.A. Williams?
L.A. Williams is his
All
name.
right. You can go right between Kelly Osbourne and Las Vegas.
In the bin.
What did we say, 20?
25.
25 for L.A. Williams.
25.
Yeah. Beer, you got anybody before I drop one?
20 points to Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave. Get him every week.
It's the thing you mentioned about War Games, the women's War Games match. I was like, he said Lash Legend is apparently going to be in the women's War Games match. Thinking, sister's in NXT, she ain't getting called up anytime soon.
Why would she be in War Games?
Exactly.
Because War Games.
Oh, wait.
And
Are we
they're
not
trying-
doing like NXT versus TNA?
Yeah, we've just had that.
Yeah, but are they
Oh,
not
yeah,
doing that
just
for
had-
War Games?
No, you're not going to bring that to the main stage.
I mean,
Because this is
they
what-
teased it at Homecoming.
This
They
is
did.
what the War Games was apparently lined up as. It was going to be AJ Lee, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Io Sky. You have to apologize. I've got the gardener outside. Against Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax. Please don't remind me. And Lash Legend.
Nia Jax has to be there because it's in San Diego.
This sounds
Please.
like somebody is playing universe mode and just hit random.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah. On 2K25. So,
All right, then 20 points for Uncle Dave for just a weird ass prediction.
Weird ass.
Pretty obvious, but I gotta give points to Mercedes Mone.
Yep.
As unbearable as ever, but literally calling herself now. And I'm very sorry for this. I'm just gonna Ultimo Monet.
to try and name yourself after Ultimo Dragon is a fucking insult. To that guy who is a freaking legend
An
in this
absolute
business.
legend.
A legend.
After a well-earned period of his career that you are just parodying at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 50.
Big
50 points.
50 easy. 50 easy.
I'm trying to think this.
Every one of those fucking belts he had at one point was all of a fucking promotion everybody still knows of.
Oh, I want to give
Hey.
50
Oh.
points to TKO for releasing Wes fucking Lee.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck can you have no place for Wesley on the main roster. The guy is fucking great. And I pitched this, and I thought this would be quite decent. I want to see what you two think as well. Put Wesley in the fucking Hurt Syndicate.
Yep.
Imagine you get Cedric coming in, and you got Wes. Fucking cool
They
with that.
might as well.
Unless they wait, because I think at the end of the year, the Rascals deals up with TNA. Have the Rascals in the Trios division.
I would immediately have the fucking have the Rascals, all three of them show up in AEW. Immediately.
Don't rule it out.
That builds your tag and your trios division and possible singles all day long. All day long.
And finally, I want to give 50 points again.
Big points.
TNA.
Oh.
For ruining the match with Javon Evans and Leon Slater, which for me could be match of the year. How the fuck can you ruin an ending? It would not have hurt Javon. I would not have hurt Leon. Leon should have won the match.
What was the ending?
You'd have had a win-win. It was no contest.
Oh.
Because Dark State interfered. And Dark State got nothing to do with Leon and Wesley. Javon Evans. Up there with match of the year.
So madness, utter madness. Got it.
Do you remember that episode of Dynamite when you had Bryan and Omega in the ring?
Yep.
The start of Grand Slam. These two kids, they're 20 and 21 years old.
Children.
The crowd were clapping and cheering before the match even started.
Yeah, I've heard nothing at all but absolute great things about Javon Evans. Absolute great things. Yes. And I'm like, he's a child from what I hear. Fucking child.
Jay Malachi as he was on the Independent.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go places, that's for sure.
Travis was the one that recommended Tommy
Johnson. Oh, hey.
Matches. Big dog. Shout out Travis.
Got an eye. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
Anybody else for the Bell End board?
And that's it.
Yeah.
For me.
Call it a day.
All right. Then let's go to the other board because the other one's a little bit nicer. It's time for the Bruv board. Bruv.
Bruv.
Bruv, brother.
Okay. On the Bruv board, I think AJ and Cena both need points for that barn burner of a match.
50 apiece.
50 apiece. Do it.
No hesitation.
We're being very polite this week.
Yeah, you get a 50. Everybody gets a 50.
Hey, you get a 50. Hey. Oh, we're throwing out 50s. No, pause. I'm going to make this the big fat Hundito for Kanoste Takeshita on winning the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes.
Great on you, bruv. Great on you.
1,000 times yes.
Another 50 was that?
Oh, hundo.
Oh, 100. That's easy for me to... That's easier math.
Yes, sir.
Javon.
To Javon.
Points to Javon and Leon.
Oh, yeah.
Leon Slayer.
Leon Slayer.
Oh, God. Now that fucking know who we are.
20 apiece.
I also want to give points to Brandon. BDE. He's a YouTuber. He was in TNA. He had a great performance in the Battle Royal. So 20 points to BDE. Brandon does everything.
Shit, we're extending the
big shout out to Brandon.
Love when
deserves it.
Love when a YouTuber gets involved.
And the dude's very good as well.
Hey.
And he won his first title a few weeks ago. And he's facing Dank in a match in New York, which I will be watching.
Chris Denker?
There we go. Eyes on.
Chris Danger. Yeah. Can't miss BD and Dank.
Make sure Feeney knows.
That guy's been...
Feeney, if you're watching this in like 3 months, you've already missed it.
Oh. Catch up, kid.
The downer is Dank was meant to be facing Adam Cole in this first match, but that didn't happen, sadly.
Oh, I'm going to go 20 points apiece for the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys. for their end of an era match. Dudleys are officially retired now. I'm pretty sure Devon was already retired, but still.
He was all motherfucker. I've been retired.
But see Bully and Devon go out at the same time.
As a
That
tag
made
team,
sense.
yeah.
Yes.
Brought a tear to the eye. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
Exactly. Pardon me.
And the finish too, how he just sort of surrendered himself to be put through the table.
Yep.
Give me a record.
It was good. It was good. It was definite fucking nod to our nostalgia back in the day, baby. Childhood.
I just want to tell the IWC. Sorry to cut you off, Daz.
You're assholes.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the Hardys while we got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've witnessed the end of 20 odd years of one of the greatest tag team rivalries in history. Appreciate Matt and Jeff while we got them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a decent run that they're on too.
And they are going to be at Halloween Havoc next Saturday. Facing Dark State in a rematch.
I think maybe they
Please make
retire
me
at
laugh.
Mania. Or
I
they're
would
just going to
think
keep
so.
on going.
Oh, please no.
Have the
You guys
final.
are not the Rock and Roll Express, and then even the Rock and Roll Express should have already stopped. Or should have been stopped.
Have the final match against Fraxium. It's like pass the baton over.
Yep.
To Fraser and
I'm just going to
Fraxium.
drop 10 points for Punk for calling out the IWC again.
Hey, beautifully.
Giving another 50.
Oh, another 50.
So Io Sky, for those lovely photos she put of herself in Australia. So Io and at 20 points, because we didn't do this last week.
I need a
Our
boat.
customary points for Rhea Ripley. So
Oh, did we not?
double
Oh,
next week, so
sorry, man.
20 points to Rhea Ripley for just being Rhea Ripley.
Being Rhea Ripley.
Okay, and 20 backdated for last week too, so you got 340.
There you go. The backdated.
Just for Rhea.
I was gonna drop something to Braun Breaker. Just awesome spears as always, but his mannerisms and everything about him, he's just got aura.
Absolute aura.
Like I've seen this guy come through since NXT, the dark days of NXT, and I knew after his first match this guy was going to be a star.
Yeah,
And
the paint palette NXT days.
You're telling me.
Uh,
I want to give fucking 50 to Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
yeah,
For the bringing back the Steiner math, talking about his nephew, Braun Breaker. Love it. I love the backing. I love that, like, we know deep down he's a Steiner, but he's painted in a WWE picture.
That's Scott Steiner's first time on the board.
Hey.
Anybody else? Because I got one more.
I got one more.
Oh, go for
We
it.
need to give 20 points to Kairi Sane. How great has her
Yeah.
run been?
She's been great.
Kairi.
So glad she's back. So glad she's back.
And you got to think of the cinema it's going to be when Kairi Sane finally breaks away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can have Kairi Sane push her for a title.
Straight to
so
the
that
moon, baby.
Mercedes will
Straight to the
fucking win it.
moon with her.
All right. So my final points. I'm gonna give 50 points to Ricky Saints for having the balls to risk it all.
Balls. Testicle fortitude. A true man's man.
Looking forward to that match next Saturday. Him and Trick. Gonna be a
I was gonna say,
banger.
him and the Rock. No, I'm just kidding.
Him and Trick. will
What
turn
you looking
out,
at, boy? Nothing. Nothing.
I mean, she knelt. Where am I supposed to look? Anywhere else.
Right? It's not my fault.
That was funny. Ricky, you datsy boy. Naughty.
I mean, you could have just done your pose.
Right.
Nah, you're risking it all. All right, that is it for the boards then. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all. Before we close this up, let's find out what is in store for the TSK with Click Talk this week.
quick talk coming at you. The older episodes have dropped. God, for fucking just took forever and a day. It's my own fault again. Can't blame it, but it is what it is. But the one thing you can look forward to is a new one that we got dropping, and we're going to be doing WrestleDream. And then we keep talking about doing how we could fix AEW episode and all this other stuff. That's one that's for the books as well. And then another one we want to do is like a year in review for AEW to see where we started, to how we ended up, how everything's going. Have we made the proper stars? Have we made enough stars? The whole shibiggity bang. There's a whole lot that we can talk about. And that's one topic. And on the other topic, I have a date scheduled. These two fine gentlemen, at least one of them here. The other one couldn't make it today, and that's Corey Cypher. It's time to bring the footy talk back. I know he's got a shit ton to say, a bunch of it. I do have a couple questions for him. That's good. We're gonna intertwine the U.S.'s soccer and the footy on the opposite side of the pond, because I am gonna talk to me and Corey are gonna base a lot of it on the MLS, Major League Soccer here in the States. Well, me and fucking Beer are gonna do some ranting about what goes down in the Premier League. So it's gonna be a fun little clash of overall footy and just the stuff that people love. And then especially with the FIFA World Cup coming up soon, the topics can really get hot. So that's one thing to be looking out for, and that, of course, is going to be on its own page, the Max Football Podcast on its own thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whole lot of stuff coming, and the only way to make sure that you follow it is by following it. Or I guess know what's happening is by following it. There you go. I rambled myself on. But follow us on all the fun socials where you can be attached to all this lovely stuff. Follow us on the evil Twitter machine, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Football Pod. And, of course, check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And you have to be a part of us, because that's what we want. We need y'all a part of the family, and the best way to be a part of the family is starting right here on YouTube by hitting that like and subscribe button, and then following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and all the other fun socials. Facebook is where After Max goes down. It's where voting happens, and it'll send you to the website where all the voting goes down as well. But there's so much more you could do on the Facebook. There's the EVPs, there's the Predictions Championships, and a whole bunch more. You have to be a part of it to be a part of it. So don't wait. Get to it now.
Damn right. Beer, anything in the pipeline?
Oh.
Right, as my throat is now getting better, which is thank goodness, because I've been sounding horrific in the last fortnight. My Rewind Retro reviews are coming. They are coming very soon. So I am getting Hell in a Cell 2019 done. I'm also going to try and get some AEW ones done as well, because All Out 2021 is the one I want to review the most, because that was my favorite ever AEW pay-per-view.
Good show.
No one can tell me different.
Nope. Good show.
Even though All In, one we went to, I thought was great, All Out 2021 was still the best. So I'm going to cover the worst of wrestling and the best. So keep your lovely eyes out.
All right.
They're coming.
And keep an eye out. I will have some more new stuff coming soon too that I'm still working on. But that is it for now. Thank you for joining us for Back for Blood. We will see you next week for the Fallout to WrestleDream. And in the promo climax next week, it is Brew Capone going one-on-one with the Phoenix. And AT Rustler takes on Daniel Crimmins.
Now we're about to have some fun.
Yeah. And we are entering the final few weeks. Goodbye. And good night. Bang.
Remember, make your promos 3 minutes long so it counts.
But no more than 5. Much.